Holy. Oh boy. Thank you for clicking on me. My name is Vorlex. It is 1:17 p.m. on Wednesday, July 8th. Oh, my word. I've clicked a wrong thing. Hold on. Hey, we are so back. It is 1:17 p.m. on Wednesday, July 8th. I am live much earlier than usual because, one, I felt like it. Two, we have another directory-wide Twitch drops campaign going in the Warframe category. As I described a few times last week. Let's bring up that forum post. Boop. Right here, last week, we had these three glyphs that were available to us. This week, we have these three. The dump it one here in the middle that you get for watching any Warframe stream for 2 hours. It does not have to be the same stream. It can be any Warframe, any stream in the Warframe category where the streamer has drops enabled, and I think that's basically all of us. I say us as if I'm part of a community of streamers. I'm not yet. I don't know. I'm open to it. I digress. This one is particularly amazing. I'm very excited to see this in game. But I may or may not. I'm gonna try to stream today for the full 3 hours, so that anyone who tunes in, at least anyone who tunes in early, would be able to get all three. Today, as you can probably tell here, I am playing Warframe. And my goals for today are to finish my weeklies. I have already done EDA, ETA. I think I have my Netracell remaining. I've done Steel Path Descendia. I've not done normal Descendia. I might today, I'm not sure. Do I want anything from here? The Endo's nice, the Phosphor is fine. Primary Arcane Adapter, don't need more, but it can't hurt. I might do this today, but I absolutely want to do my 1999 calendar today. I have not touched this beyond getting 24 melee kills while doing ETA. This is my first goal. So let's equip a loadout with a fair melee weapon. What do I want to get melee kills with? Let's get melee kills with Volt. It has been a while since I've used this build. Thank you very much, dear viewer, for clicking on me. I know last week I said I've been doing some research about audio balancing and trying to get the resolution and the quality, both audio and visual quality of my VODs to be a bit better, so that I can say I take the quality of my stream and my VODs, especially the audio, seriously, and at least look like I mean it. I know I mean it, but it might not look like I mean it, especially because after last Thursday's stream when I said that stream should have a higher quality VOD because I had learned some things. In particular, that downloading a VOD from Twitch and then re-uploading it to YouTube myself is not great for quality, for video quality. So, for last Thursday's stream, I recorded the video myself. I recorded while streaming, and that felt fine, it came out fine, but when I tried uploading it to YouTube, YouTube did the same thing. It scaled it down to 720p, which was frustrating, because clearly I'm not streaming in 720p. I'm certainly not playing, I'm not streaming in that quality, but YouTube keeps putting it in that quality. Well, as it turns out, OBS has a separate setting. OBS has a particular setting that I had, even recording the video myself, even recording the VOD, not even downloading it from Twitch, I was recording at a decreased resolution. I have increased that in the past week to the same resolution that I stream at, which should be 1080p. This is, from what I've read, also the highest sustainable or highest resolution that is practical to maintain for Twitch, because Twitch does something with bitrate and frame rate and resolution that I must admit, I don't fully understand.
Any survivors will be transferred to a new squad.
But as far as I can tell, there seems to be a limit to the quality or the resolution for a Twitch stream, and therefore a limit to how good the quality can be if you download it from Twitch and re-upload to YouTube. So I'm now, and all that said, I hope I used correct words. I hope that made sense. Long story short, I am not only recording this, as I did last Thursday, but I am now recording at the same quality as I stream. Which should mean this will be the highest quality or the highest resolution VOD on my YouTube channel so far. I know I said that I probably said that last Thursday.
What? Oh man. Thought for sure you'd
But
be able
I'm
to
saying
break
it
that
again,
cache.
and I'm meaning it. I really, really hope this comes out well. That the resolution does what I'm hoping it'll do. What up, Angst? Roll Tide.
That's the last of them. Time to come home.
Did I get enough kills with melee weapons? I did. Oh my word. It says tech rot. I loaded into a Scaldger mission. Oh well. We're just going to run the tech rot exterminate next. That's all. I hope you, dear viewer, are having a good day, are having a comfortable, lovely time, wherever you are in your time zone. I hope you have some water in front of you. I do right here. You are welcome to put whatever you want in your body, of course.
Trust in your training.
But I encourage you to have water in front of you, even if you have something else in front of you as well. And I thank you very, very much for clicking on me. Your attention is valuable. Many, many things, many people, many services are vying for your attention. And in this environment where so many things are pulling at the threads of your attention, you have clicked on me, and you have chosen to give me your attention for this brief time. I know that that is very valuable, or I feel that that is very valuable, and I therefore appreciate it immensely. With all that said, you are, of course, not required to stay here. Whether you're watching live or watching a VOD, the fact that you clicked on me at all is meaningful and humbling. You see me here in a Tech Rot Exterminate mission in Steelpath. I'm here running the 1999 calendar for the week. I have not completed any of the objectives in 1999's calendar. But my goal, one of my goals for today's stream, is to finish the calendar objectives. I am using one of probably my most powerful loadouts. This is a Volt Prime with Kullervo's Wrathful Advance subsumed over my 4. Now, it may sound strange to subsume over Volt's ultimate ability, Discharge, and Discharge is very good, absolutely. I have another Volt build that uses Discharge, but this one uses Volt's speed for immense melee attack speed, and Kullervo's Wrathful Advance for huge crit chance. You see me getting 2 and 3 exclamation marks on my red crits here. And then loading into the mission, running at dudes, and holding E. This loadout uses one of my favorite melee weapons, and one that you've seen me use on stream a lot. The Okina Prime. And because we have huge attack speed from speed, huge crit chance from Wrathful Advance, and I'm using Shock Trooper to give, to let my 1, I hold my 1, and it grants me a lot of added electricity damage to all my weapons, not just melee. It lets me mod Okina for... Why is Blood Rush here? Oh well. It lets me mod Okina for melee influence without actually having electricity damage on the weapon. I have a Riven for the Okina, but it has electricity on it. I have that on other builds. Just not this one, because I don't need the electricity damage on this one. Blood Rush... Why do I have Blood Rush here again? Because I'm getting all my crit chance from Wrathful Advance. Why was this here? Huh? Okay, well what can I put there? I don't need attack speed. Status duration doesn't make a ton of sense. A little more crit damage on top of galvanized steel, maybe? It couldn't hurt. This would be funny. Because why not? Can I do anything else funny? Hi, Coco. Good to see you. Welcome back. How have you been? Is there any... Healing return might be funny. I'm glad you're doing good. It's very nice to hear. What have you been up to? It's been 6 days since I last streamed. What have you been up to? Yeah, you know what? That's kind of funny. I'll have healing return in here. Why not? Can't hurt. More mugenics. Nice. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm glad you're sticking with it. Let's take a secondary arcane adapter because I have all of the 1999 arcanes already. What's next? Kill 250 Tekrot. Let's go back in with the same build now that I have done something that makes a little more sense with my Volt-specific build for the Okina Prime. I am not sure why I had Blood Rush on there. All of my crit chance is coming from Wrathful Advance. I don't need it from Blood Rush.
The art of combat must be practiced to truly master the canvas of war.
I'm gonna look like a right fool if I go in here and suddenly I'm not getting super duper red crits anymore. It's still gonna be a good build. I do not doubt that at all. Yep, there's 2 exclamation marks already.
Gotta nurse these scrubbers. Keep them clean.
Yeah, I'm on it,
Too
Letty.
much spore buildup and you got code white on your
You've had
hands.
some funny, janky runs. Nice. I do like the facet of, oh gosh, roguelikes. I didn't mean to heavy attack right there. I got rid of all my combo. I do like the facet of roguelikes where there is some meta progression outside of the runs themselves. But within a run, there's a lot of experimentation that we do with whatever options the game gives us in any particular run. Which means sometimes we wind up with wacky builds that we might not have expected would work. We get some funny, janky runs every now and then. And I do like that roguelike games do that. I think that's a fun experience. Then, of course, there is... we can't talk about the funny, janky runs without talking about the unfortunate, janky runs. Those will happen. And that's part of the experience, too. So, as you can see, this build is press, or hold 1, press 2, press 4, and then run at dudes and hold E. Activate my buffs, and blend people. This is probably one of my strongest loadouts. It is not my tankiest, but you don't have to worry about getting hit if there's nothing alive to hit you. Oh, come on. For all this speed and all this power, we still get caught on couches. What's been, Coco, what's been one of your favorite janky runs so far? Not all of my builds do this, of course. If you, dear viewer, are familiar with my other Warframe streams, I do like to use Helminth abilities like Roar. I am pretty unoriginal in that regard. I do really like to use melee influence. I'm also unoriginal in that regard, and you, of course, dear viewer, are welcome to feel however you want to about that. I do not mind. I know that those are unoriginal things. I do not, as I just described, I have Wrathful Advance on this build, not Roar. Roar, I'm sure... I don't actually know whether it would be more damage, but as you can see, the build does not need more damage. I mostly have Wrathful Advance on here to see funny red numbers.
Turns out it's not just hell scrubbers coming out of the rot. There's some stuff we might be interested in.
But
Like this.
not all of my builds do this much damage. I don't always want to do damage like this. I don't always want to hold E, and that's fine. Ooh, yeah.
You get a little close, no?
Make your cat spawn a leech? Those are some freaky cats. Oh, that's wild synergy. A map-wide AoE that summons a leech next to every enemy hit. That's a crazy cat. And even with all this... Oh, hold on. Why am I still here? I killed enough tech route. Well... What? What was that sentence, Vorlex? I've killed plenty of tech rot. Let's get out of here. Meow.
Contamination is total. There's no saving it now. Get out while you can.
So
Not on each unit. Oh, I misread.
and purpose.
Spawn a leech on all unoccupied tiles, not next to each unit hit. I apologize, I misread. That's insane. That's even crazier than I thought. I misread your message and nerfed the ability. Holy cow. That sounds amazing. And you've passed that up a few times? Have you used it before? Have you seen it in action? Okay, next up, kill 300 enemies with abilities. I'm not going to use this build for that because this build gets melee kills. Kill enemies with abilities. Now that can be any nuke, ability nuke frame. It can be anything with an exalted weapon. What do I want to use for that? Garuda. And this is any enemy, so I'm going to load into Skaldra Hellscrub. I would rather fight Skaldra than Tekrot, personally. It's just a preference thing, no particular gameplay reason. Let me just check my Garuda build here. Yeah, we're good. Oh my word. That synergy sounds amazing. Summon a leech on all occupied tiles, and increase the damage of your summons by how many there are. That sounds like an extremely crowded map, and a real spectacle. You're making me curious about Mugenics myself. I'd love to see that in action. My word. Okay. Let's press 3 a few times, press 4 to get my health back, press 3 again, press 2 for roar, press 1 on a few dudes, 4 and then hold 1, charge this up a bit, and they're dead.
On your water filter if you don't clean it enough. Well, shoot any buildup off the Hell Scrubbers unless you want to get unsubscribed from life.
Thanks, Amir. Oh man, I love watching the mini-map on this build. Get a few dread mirrors, bloodletting for energy. Just watch a bunch of dudes pop. This build, I don't know how good. Oh goodness. Ouch. I don't know how good this build is compared to other Garuda builds.
Scrubber overwhelmed. Spores coalescing
But
into
it is very busy and I have a great time playing it. What are you doing on your current run? If you could have done something similar to that, what did you pass that up in favor of? Speaking of my builds that use roar, this is another one.
Contamination is off the charts. You need to hustle.
Yeah, whatever, Amir. Rip the blood out of a few dudes. One more for funny. Press 4 just in case. And pop. Press 3 for energy. Get roar back up. We need a good and hefty dread mirror.
Having another Hell Scrubber for regurgitation.
And
Disgusting. Seconds and you're swimming in spore soup.
no, I got it. I got it, Amir. We're good. No worries, dude. And pop. No, thank you. Oh. I forgo a melee weapon on this build because I love the ability to use Garuda's talons as a melee weapon. They are completely serviceable. I would even say good.
Running out of time.
Let's get a good Dreadmere going up here. Press 4 and pop. Let's make sure Roar is up. 4 and charge up this thing. Pop. And that's 300 enemies with abilities. Before 5 minutes. Lovely. Misery, how you doing?
Oh, Scaldra is
Misery, how do you feel
I'm
about
taking the opportunity
popping?
to make some new acquisitions. Like this. Don't worry, I'll share. You've done enough. Marking
Let's get out of here.
I mean, you could do more, a lot more. You've really just done the minimum at this point.
Why did I choose to go through the
Your
alleys
level's
here?
critical. There's no coming back
Whoa.
from this. Get out of there.
Amir, you sound worried. Is there something I can help you with, my guy?
Game over, man. Game over. Get to extraction.
Game over, man. Game over. Oh god, oh man.
As you conquer the foe, so you conquer yourself.
Okay, cool. So in Mugenics, classes are a collar that you put on your cat. And you normally can't repeat. I see you say you normally can't have more than... Okay, so you can repeat, but you're not more than 2. I see. I should actually read instead of reading a little bit and assuming the rest. Normally you can't have more than 2. Okay, so I see you saying normally. Is there a way to get an exception for that? Like an unlockable that lets you have many more of the same classes? Oh, happy birthday, Amir. Greetings, Amir. Congratulations on the anniversary of your commencement of existence. This is my favorite. This is my favorite birthday message for Amir. Culturally appropriate statement of profound thanks and fond appreciation. Thanks, dude. Love ya. Kill Scaldra with abilities. Well, I just did, but we're going to swap builds. What do I want to use this time? Let's bring Vauban. And we're doing Scaldra again. Yes? Yes. So this Vauban does not use the Helminth abilities that... Whoa. Does not use the Helminth abilities that I have described previously. I have Nourish on a lot of Warframes, I have Roar on a lot of Warframes. Another of my personal favorites, though, is the one that I just used, and that is Nullstar. I have Nullstar on my Vauban.
chili con carne I left in the fridge for 2 months? Let the house scrubbers sit too long, and they'll spawn the same sort of thing, but, you know, with a crap ton of predatory hardware.
Okay, let's go
Shoot
out
off any
into
buildup
this
before it converts you to past
courtyard
tense.
where there's more room. Let's throw down the vortex and a few flechettes. Let's have as many Tesla Nervos out as we can. And watch dudes explode. Press null star a few times. Refresh Tesla Nervos when we can. Refresh that vortex. Be sure to clean off that scrubber. You probably noticed I do have a Vauban build that uses Nourish. That it is not my preferred one though. My favorite Vauban build is this one. My favorite Vauban build that I've tried, I should note. It might not be as good as the Nourish one, because the Nourish one is excellent. But this is the one that I prefer. I use Roar and Nourish a lot, but I do not use them every time on every frame. And even when I do, they are not always my favorites. Oh, a blank collar from Eugenics. Interesting. Blank collar, maximum 3. And they can copy a class.
Deactivating code. And success. Keep your eyes
Very
out for another
cool.
house scrubber.
Do you mind if I ask what class they are? What class the blank collars ended up as? I see you say they ended up as the same one. Which one was it? The Butcher. Oh dear. What an evocative class name. What up, Violence? See ya.
Knock the pus sacks off that scrubber before they sprout ahead.
Yeah, I got you in here, I know. What does the Butcher do? I mean, I can probably guess. But what does the Butcher do?
Spore count is approaching terminally unfun levels. Activate another health scrubber.
Man, I'm playing very busy builds today. I played my Blood Magic Garuda, this very spammy Vauban, Vauban, Boobin.
While Scaldra is distracted, I'm taking the
And
opportunity
is that it? Nope. That is.
to make some new
That was 150
acquisitions.
Scaldra kills with abilities. Let's get out of
Don't
here.
worry, I'll share. You've done enough. Marking extraction. I mean, you could do more, a lot more. You've really just done the minimum at this point. Head
You're darn
directly
tootin' I
to
have, Amir.
Netracell. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
I put a lot of effort, Amir, into not working. I put a lot of work into not working.
Your will was greater. This is good.
Thanks, Teshin. What is our next calendar goal? Destroy containers. Well. There's only one build for that. Zaku. Yeah, this will be good. Boop, 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 boop. Let's run a few exterminate missions with this. Break a bunch of boxes. Okay, so the Butcher is a fighter and tank build, a bruiser kind of deal.
Your enemies have
Okay, cool.
fears. Use all that you have learned.
Yup, that certainly sounds very butchery. Come on. Give me my energy, please. No thank you, sir. There we go. I have not experimented with Jade Stars on Zaku yet, but it does sound funny.
If Furbon charges will get you inside, but you gotta be quick. They're rigged
I
to
might
self-destruct.
try that later. Maybe not even on stream.
You don't crack that cache soon, it's gonna deadlock permanently. Clock's ticking.
Yeah, whatever,
Look
Owie.
for Furbon charges.
I mean, Owie, I'm sorry. I know you're doing your best. You're just reminding me. I get it. It's okay. Any boxes in here? Yeah, there's a few. Ooh, I heard something. Pizza! Ooh, we hear another glow. Yoink.
There's barely any tech rot in the area. This is purely a civilian purge. Clearing out locals so the Skuldra loyal can move in. I hate Skuldra.
So this build is particularly good, or a build like this. Really, Zaku with very, very high range. Not just this build. Any Zaku build with huge range is very good for this objective. Anytime you're looking to break containers, this build is really nice because the range on Zaku's 4 is immense. And it does not have a line of sight check, so it goes through walls.
Thought for sure you'd be able to break into that cache.
And finally, it deals just a little bit of damage, such that all the containers within range all break. You also see me occasionally jump into Drifter and fire a few shots. That is because my Diriga right now has, oh, what is it? Astral Bond, I think? It's the mod that adds void damage to my companion's attacks after I deal damage with Operator or Drifter. And if void damage is on my Sentinel's attacks, then whatever other mod it is it Momentous? Bond? Whatever other bond mod it is that makes companion precept mods apply the elemental damage, not just elemental damage, apply the damage types that are on the companion's weapon, then the Diriga applies void status because there's void damage on its weapon. And that is how I'm getting the void status on these enemies. Or I should be getting the void status on these enemies. I haven't actually seen the void bubble. Did they change how this interaction works? I hope not. Because if so, then I'm going to need to revisit this build, and I'm going to look a bit like a fool in describing this build live. So we got just a little over a third of the way to this objective in one mission. We can probably run this twice more and be fine. Let me check that this works the way that it should. Untime Rift. I need enemies with void status before I click 4. I get enemies with void status using Diriga with Astral Bond. Arc Coil should apply the elements from Burst Laser Prime, which is all those in the bottom right, as well as void status. Yeah? Should. Coco, what is the love song ability? I'd love to hear more about that. And it's Manifold Bond, not Momentous. Momentous is on here, but Manifold is the one that should be adding void damage to the Diriga's weapon, which it then applies due to Manifold Bond and Arc Coil. Therefore letting my Zaku benefit from Untime Rift, because enemies have void status. Should, I hope. Has that changed? Give me a sec. Warframe, Diriga, Astral Bond? Is that what I should search? So 2 years ago it worked. Yeah, as far as I can tell, it should be. That's frustrating. Maybe I just wasn't keeping a close enough eye out. Let's run it again.
Each enemy is more powerful than before. Only with
This
true
weekend is
mastery of
going
the
to
Tenno
be
arsenal will you succeed.
enormous. Enormous for Warframe. Because this weekend is TennoCon. Unfortunately, I'm not going. I will not be physically going to TennoCon, but I will be engaging with as much online stuff as I can. Oh, well, hold on. Let me pop those boxes back there. I am very, very excited for all the TennoCon news. We've had a really cool hype trailer for what they might be teasing at TennoCon, much less what they're announcing. We've got the Mesa heirloom skin coming this very weekend. I'm also very excited for that. I think it looks gorgeous. Oh, come on. Making me come back above ground. I'm a tad jealous of all the people who are attending TennoCon, because I'm sure that's going to be an awesome experience. I'm sure and I hope, indeed. What an odd sound effect that was.
You don't crack that cache soon, it's gonna
Okay, hold on, let me pause here. Okay, sure. Makes sense, Coco. So Love Song is normally exclusive to a particular class, but you can pass it down to other cats by breeding. Am I understanding that right?
Permanently. Clock's ticking. Look for Furbon charges.
Oh, I'm leaving a couple scattered enemies. I gotta go back and clean them up. Oh, same for basically every skill in the game. Okay. That makes sense. Thanks for clarifying. Is there a bunch of dudes just at the bottom of this hanging out in the elevator? Or maybe the Arc Coil, Manifold Bond, Astral Bond is working as intended. I just need to be more diligent about keeping up Astral Bond. Astral Bond does only work for 10 seconds at a time, so it is kind of inconvenient to keep up. It requires a lot of weaving into operator form. That guy very briefly had a void bubble on him. So it does seem to be working. Yes, this guy does too.
What? Oh man! Thought for sure you'd be able to break into that cache.
Right, so it's working at least. sir. This build is kinda energy hungry though. Even with Xeneric and Arcane Energize. I'm hurting for energy every now and then. Maybe... Maybe a problem... A problem with consistency here may not quite... Let me formulate the sentence before I continue floundering. Might be that I'm not killing enough enemies that have enough statuses on them. No, because Manifold Bond is working. I was considering maybe I should bring a weapon with more... that applies more statuses. What up, Mania?
That's the last of them.
How you doing?
Time to come home.
I see. That sounds like... Coco, that sounds like Love Song is potentially valuable on... Valuable on very many classes, if you can breed it down. Especially ones that have some kind of unique basic attack. We should be able to do just one more run, breaking a bunch of boxes. I'm going to do one more of these and then take a short 3-minute break, as I intend to be streaming for a good long time today. 3-ish hours. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. I can see that preference. Oh, pardon me. These don't... No. I was checking if those lockers counted for the challenge. I mean, maybe they do. Here. Destroy 250 out of 300 containers. If I manually open that one, nah, doesn't count.
Just ping one of Scaldra's secret stashes. Use the Fervon charges to melt the locks and get inside. But I gotta tell you, they will not be happy about it if you do.
Yeah, Owie, I'm not gonna do that. I'm so sorry, girly pop. I think, without having played the game, Coco, I think I agree. I would prefer that as well. Putting Love Song on a class that already has a ranged basic attack. Ooh.
You don't crack that cache soon, it's gonna deadlock permanently. Clock's ticking. Look for fervent charges.
That was a bit of a scary scenario there. I could have gone down very easily. Let's use my secondary for a while. I haven't for all the missions that I've done with this loadout, I haven't used my secondary once. Come on now, please. Oh my word. I really wasn't getting any headshots on that guy.
We can't stop now. Any survivors will be transferred to a new squad.
Oh, I wouldn't expect that interaction. I wouldn't have expected that interaction. If an enemy takes up more than one tile, an AoE attack or ability hits them multiple times in Eugenics. That makes AoE abilities even better. That sounds incredible. I do not see the Zylok Prime or the Zylok Incarnon often.
The cache was destroyed. It's okay.
And I admit I don't use it often.
Make do.
I think it's only on this build, or on this loadout of mine. But I enjoy it a lot. I mean, the spectacle of it is excellent. Malice, how you doing? Two shots? Nice. Two shots and a heat dot? Yeah, the Zylok Incarnon's fine.
That's the last of them. Time to come home.
It is a tad cumbersome to charge up, though. It's Incarnon charge. The duplex trigger makes it a bit strange, I admit. It feels a little weird.
You conquer yourself.
But once it's in Incarnon form, ooh, I enjoy it a lot. Okay. That is it for... Oh, sorry, Eleanor. That is it for our containers objective. It's Flair's birthday. What's up? Hey, Lizzie. Eat anything cool for your birthday? Yeah, Lizzie, I'm so sorry. I would complain too. 100% understand where Flair's coming from there. Let's take an Omniforma blueprint. I wish this was fully built, but I understand. It's fine. Next up, kill Tekrot with abilities. As I said, I'm going to take a 3-minute break here. I've been streaming for an hour and 5 minutes at this point. In order to keep up my energy and make sure I don't get too sedentary and take care of my joints and my hindquarters. I'm going to get up, walk around, stretch for about 3 minutes, and I have figured out how to do a timer as well on OBS, and that's exciting. Oh, Coco, that sounds adorable. An army of tiny cats with AoE damage. That visual is pretty funny. Okay, I'm going to mute, get up, walk around, 3 minutes. I will be right back. I realized about halfway through that. Hello, I'm back. And welcome back to you as well, dear viewer. I realized about halfway through that in turning on the be right back thing in OBS, I had clicked off of Warframe, which meant that I wasn't capturing game audio, and that was a completely silent 3 minutes. It is what it is, though. Yeah, Coco, I see what you mean by having a run go especially well. That sounds like a wild synergy. I'm glad you found that. Very interesting build. at the end of that. Really cool. Okay, we're going to kill Tekrot with abilities. What build do I want to use for this? Protea? Let's use Protea.
Accept your death, and you may yet avoid it. Trust in your training.
Let's head over to the scrubber and post up there. I like to fight near the scrubbers, if at all possible.
Gotta nurse these scrubbers.
Gotta wait for my energy to get back up here at the start,
And you got cold white on your hands.
so I can put down, there we go, the dispensary. And now we stay up here and we do some funny things to Tekrot. We press lots of buttons and kill lots of Tekrot. As you can see, another build with Roar. I am not sorry.
I hear Scaldra want these things back, but not even Scaldra's willing to come down here without this rod. Good thing you're not as smart as Scaldra. Now get to work.
We do have to come down here to pick up some life support. Please? Can I see? Nope. Can't see the scrubber target from up there. When I'm using a build that doesn't have good weapons for popping the zits on the scrubbers, I like to go into Drifter and where are you? Oh, it doesn't have a zit on it. Okay. I like to go into Drifter and pop with an amp. The amp takes a few shots, as you can see here. But it's better than what I have on me right now. Oh, yeah. I love Protea, man.
Although it's only puke if it comes out of that Tekrot's mouth.
This frame is nasty. Excuse me. Y'all aren't allowed up here with me. Get down there. And that's 200 Tekrot with abilities. You may also notice me getting Overguard. If you see in the top right hand corner, I've got my health, my shields, and some Overguard, and normally Protea can't have Overguard. Well, not can't have Overguard, but normally can't get Overguard on her own. But we are doing something really freaky. We are doing something really freaky with this epitaph that you see me shooting. This epitaph has secondary fortifier on it, which means I get Overguard, or I steal Overguard from enemies that have Overguard when I damage them with the epitaph. This epitaph also puts a heat status on enemies. That heat status comes from the weapon that has a secondary fortifier on it. So when the heat status deals damage to an enemy with Overguard, it keeps stealing Overguard. Proteus 2 also applies a lot of heat statuses. So we're using a freaky tech called Heat Inherit. So long as the first heat status on an enemy comes from my epitaph, then all of the heat statuses applied to that enemy will benefit from everything that's on the epitaph, because of how heat works in the game, of how heat statuses work in the game. More heat statuses reinforce the original heat status that was applied. So the original one coming from the epitaph, right here, that has primed heated charge, pistol elementalist, all of this good stuff, and secondary fortifier, Proteus 2 reinforces that heat proc with a lot more heat, which means the Overguard just keeps coming in. It will look like Blaze Artillery Proteus 2 is giving me Overguard, when in fact it's the fact that Epitaph already put heat procs on enemies with Overguard, so secondary fortifier keeps working. Freaky tech, and I don't use it often, but I like it on Protea. Oh, that's a funky ability, Coco. That sounds like a pretty restrictive, what's the word? Condition? A pretty restrictive condition for a cool effect. And that sounds neat. I see why you would want to pass that down to other cats. Oh, 25% ability strength, 100%. Secondary or primary? Secondary. And that's it for the 1999 calendar. Nifty. Let's start the Archon hunt then. Do I have a Gara loadout ready? No. I have her built. She's very good. I just don't have a dedicated loadout for her. That's fine. Whatever. We have Sabotage, Disruption, Showdown. Okay, what do I want to play for the Sabotage? Excal. Let's do it. And this will be a Persistence build. Arcane Persistence with Warcry subsumed. And Arcane Universal Fallout on the Warframe because we have radiation on the Exalted Blade. Let's go. Ah, okay. That's interesting, Coco. A bit less restrictive than I initially thought it would be.
Trembles within you, just as it consumes me.
Still interesting though.
Kill your pride and follow me, Netracell.
What Grimoire buff am I using for this? Ability strength. Let's turn on Warcry. I love this build.
Golden makers
Man.
leave the system to waste. And you are
Putting
shame, children of abomination.
Arcane Universal Fallout on this build was wild. I also like Warcry as a subsume. It lets me not build attack speed on the melee, so that that mod slot can go to something else, like the radiation damage the radiation and electricity that this Exalted Blade is doing right now. It is, of course, still an influence build on the Exalted Blade. I hope I have said enough times that I am not terribly original.
Leave the system to waste. And your heads in shame.
I also use Warcry on Baruch, because I really like having attack speed on Baruch.
Well done.
That was petty, Pazul. Something that I'm very much hoping we get announced or revealed at TennoCon this weekend is a bit of information on Pazul, what Pazul's up to. I'm personally theorizing that the hype trailer that we got for TennoCon has something to do with Pazul. I don't think Pazul is literally in the trailer. I have heard that discussed a bit. And he very well might be, I just don't think he is. If he is, it would be freaky. Next up, Disruption. For this Disruption, I'm going to bring Mesa. This Mesa... You can see I tried Jade Stars and decided no, definitely not. But this Mesa uses, spoiler alert, Roar, and some heat-modded regulators to proc Arcane Hotshot, boosting regulators' crit chance to some really ridiculous numbers. Oh, goodness, yeah, Coco, that sounds like it would... The combo of that with Rubber Arrow does definitely sound like a crazy combo.
Pazul has stowed sacred armor artifacts in Corpus conduits. We need to ransack them. Little Duck will guide you.
Allied Faye selling the latest in asset security.
Shooting a ton of projectiles that have the potential of all bouncing
Trick is, you gotta wait to open.
sounds awesome.
To the conjure before you can pull the goods. You don't get
I can't comment on whether it needed or deserved a nerf, but it certainly sounds very strong.
Give that console the old bypass so we can get this thing started. This isn't your regular old job. Allied Faye sold the conduits with interference routines specifically designed for the Tenno. Don't you worry, love. I've got some workarounds.
I've been considering
Conduit keys are
not even
carried by
using
high-ranking
roar on this
monks.
build. 'Cause as you can see, Mesa doesn't need it. It's not strictly necessary. It's just, you know, the damage is funny.
First key.
Funny haha damage numbers.
Find a matching conduit. Demo
What would I use instead of roar?
and take you with
Silence?
Keep it clear of that conduit.
I enjoy silence as a subsume. Silence is cool. Come around the corner. Come on now. Don't be afraid. Coco, do you mean... Oh, that's the nerf. Okay, I understand. The nerf is that it cost more mana. Gotcha.
Hear that beeping? Demo unit's on its way.
I do not hear the beeping yet. No. Here it is. You see me sometimes throwing the Aphentis Prime, like this. Within this radius we get a bunch of fire rate, and if we kill an enemy within the radius, then the fire rate, among other things, but for Mesa, really I just want the fire rate. We get a lot of buffs from that aura. Then the effect continues for 40 seconds, even after leaving it. So we just get a bunch of fire rate by getting a first kill within the radius of the Aphentis Prime, and then we get to keep it for 40 seconds after that. Where's this demo? Come on now. There they were. Goodness, Stormtrooper aim. As you can see, I also have the Sicarus Prime on this loadout. I really like the Sicarus as a secondary,
An incoming routine.
and it makes sense for Mesa. Just in case. Yeah.
Got a few
That's the
seconds
first 4. We have 4 more.
We
One more
can
round.
take them again. Game?
Plus, the Aphentis Prime is a fully serviceable weapon on its own. Like, it's fine. Right there.
Right. They're back. And they're well pissed off.
Something else that I've been considering for my Mesa,
Next burst, same as
in
the
addition
first.
to not
Mind you
using
don't get flanked.
Roar, because it doesn't need Roar. Roar obviously is a benefit, but the damage is there, it's fine. In addition to using a different Helminth, I have considered taking off Mesa's Waltz. It's the Exilus mod that lets me move around like this in her 4. I find this really convenient. I like it a lot. It's quite good. But if I want to go somewhere fast, or somewhere far away, then I'm not just gonna roll there like this. I'm going to turn off Mesa's 4 and parkour there. And if I'm turning off Mesa's 4 to parkour, why have Mesa's waltz on? Oh, overshot. Why keep Mesa's waltz on the build? Just something I've been considering. Ooh. Like, you saw me right there. To walk a foot, maybe. I turned off Mesa's 4 entirely. Like, if I'm gonna do that, then why have Mesa's waltz? I can replace it with something like, I don't know, Prime Sure-Footed. To stop me from doing... Well, now it's not staggering me. Oh, because I have Overguard right now. Duh. Open the door. Open the door. Where's that last key? That's unfortunate that they removed that workaround, Coco. Although I can see an argument. I don't think I would make this argument, but I can see it, that being able to target allies with that ability was something of an exploit. Like, it wasn't intended, and it made the ability better than it was intended to be. Again, I wouldn't make that argument, but I can see it, and it sounds fair enough to me. Was intended, just not mentioned in the description. I see. I see. Thank you for clarifying.
Peel back its blackened layers and look deep.
So that is it for the disruption. Let's get out of here. And now we just have to fight Archon Amar.
I'll send your cut via the usual. Have a good one.
Wound up maxing out Mesa and Defentis from that. Very cool. From the whenever I formed them last. I'm not sure when. Let's bring... I haven't needed this loadout in a long time, but let's bring what I call Archon Slayer. I put together this loadout and called it Archon Slayer back when Archon Hunts first came out.
Guard Tenno. Archon Amar is stalking his prey. This is the grotesque truth.
This is an extremely stereotypical revenant with very, very strong Incarnon weapons, the Felarx and the Latum, modded to have particularly good damage types against Narmer and Sentience. I've never one-shot an Archon. I've seen it happen. I just do that.
Distance shockingly fast. When he creates duplicates, look for the one that is armed.
This used to be the only build that I was comfortable bringing into Archon hunts. The only loadout that I was comfortable using. It no longer is, of course, but I keep it around because it's nostalgic.
This gate only opens to Narmer prayers.
Let's go to A first. I like to do these in alphabetical order.
And use those.
Oh, you're making me go around, aren't you? Alright, Deacon, I hear you up there. Oh, that's inconvenient. I put a void status on that first guy, and his buddy was behind him, but the void bubble kept eating all my shots. So I couldn't shoot past the guy that I'd basically already killed. That doesn't... Coco, that doesn't even sound like a nerf at that point. That sounds more like a clarification. A clarification of what the ability does and doesn't do. Sure, it removed the workaround of being able to target allies, but now other builds, you don't have to worry about it potentially targeting allies. I agree with how you started that, saying to be fair. Yeah. I agree, and that sounds like a fine clarification. And thank you for making it. I think I understand a bit better now. I think it's funny that the Deacon Veil is still doing its sound effect. Amar, I'm coming for you.
The wolf was a mentor to me long ago. From him, I learned the wisdom of deception. Amar will prove a cunning opponent.
Shout out to Archon Amar. Rip. We saw Archon Amar himself, not this amalgamation of Warframe and Sentient that we see in these Archon hunts. We saw Archon Amar himself in the old Peace quest. And it makes me wonder what Archon Boreal and Archon Naira are up to during the old Peace. What are they responsible for? Where are they? It took me way too long to find Amar right there. Yoink.
Amar thought himself a hunter. Now, he is a mere trophy.
Got him.
Good job.
Thanks, Mom. Let's get to extraction and see whether we got the 40% chance for a Tau Forged shard. As we saw last week, if it's not 100%, it's 0%. And indeed, same deal this week. If it's not a 100% chance, it's a 0% chance. Just for clarity. I say that because it's funny. It's obviously not factually true. Just want to be super clear about that. Okay. We have done my 1999 calendar. We have done my Archon hunt. Do I want to do regular path Descendia for some Endo and Phosphor and a primary arcane adapter? Sure, why not? It's content. It's content, we're here, let's do it. And what build do I want to use here? Foley? I've never brought Foley into Descendia. Let's do it. This is only regular path, so I'm not worried in the slightest.
Yes, come. Kick my corpse. Mock the memories of my violent past. I suppose it is better than you doing this in the waking world.
And what
Thanks,
is
Roth.
this supposed to represent, Devil? Your childhood? Your mother, perhaps?
I will remind you that I could have abandoned you in that primitive and unenlightened hellhole. Yet I did not.
I love the dynamic between these characters.
What is that horrible smell? Devil, is that you?
Marie really said, "Uh-oh, stinky." Oh no. Nice. Can I get two more and get C going? Nice. Coco, I like the practice you just described. Even though, overall, the developers of Mugenics may very well have nerfed that ability, it may even undeniably have been a nerf. The power of the ability may have decreased. They made up for it with some other playstyle. They've changed the ability in some other way.
The cost of war. Bloodshed.
And I like that practice. I think that's really cool. Now I understand they may not do that every time. It's not always possible every time. But I'm glad they did it there. That sounds neat. Shooting these mines while being shot at is kind of distracting. It's disconcerting. And it keeps adding more? Oh, enemies eliminated. I If only I could read.
In the fog of war, that which you perceive often is
Oh,
not
we've got
as it
mimics.
seems. Be watchful.
Please? Thank you. I was worried that one arc trap wouldn't be able to take these guys out. One more. There's a... Oh, excuse me, sir. You are on the wrong side of that window. Yeah, I'll take care of it later.
Did the devil play children's
Oh, it's over here.
games once, long ago?
We gotta stay within the radius of this astrolabe. Otherwise, no kill requirement. This round is basically a timer. That makes sense too. That makes sense as a nerfing policy. If something in eugenics would, like some ability or some combo of abilities, could be used to get infinite damage, then they address it. It sounds like a fair policy.
Our society was rotten through with ritual.
Sneaky retreats. This is an annoying one.
Or other like this one. Offerings, tribute.
Oh, maybe there was a better place for that death orb. Maybe I should have put it up here. Oh, there's a blessing. I wonder how long I'd left it there. Man, shout out to regular path. That guy's kind of nasty on steel path. Okay, this is not enemies killed this time, just to be super clear. We are just shooting the mines. Oh, that's Uriel's head. I didn't realize he was up there.
It is not of soul. It is the searing attention of scrutiny. It will burn you if you let it.
Can I get more mines, please? Thank you. Let's keep going. And we hope, going up to Marie here, I always hope to get permanent wisp motes.
Come and let me give you my help in this
terrible place.
We don't get wisp emotes, but we do get 10 energy and 50 health per second.
The devil's horrid past cannot harm you if you do not let it.
Which I, of course, very much still appreciate.
May soul guide you.
Phytoplast. Whoa! We just have to collect this, not take it anywhere. Lovely. Oh, come on, game. Can I get some more, please? Thank you.
Hunting with a Kavat. We used to settle more conflicts back in my day.
That's an insane combo.
Picking up an appetite.
I imagine that got nerfed very quickly. I love the idea of an ability that shoots projectiles, triggering something during the ability that gives it more projectiles, and it just keeps going. That's an incredible interaction. Too late for mercy. I often forget to spawn my Loke Surges as Foley. That makes sense. That sounds like a fair way to address that interaction. Not let the ability update during the ability. I think I agree with how they did that. I mean, I'm not a game developer. Nor am I even playing the game. But I do think that that's what I would have done.
Alchemy? Did we finally figure out how to make gold from lead? Magnifique.
Coco, I can see why you want to pass down Rubber Arrow onto a couple more cats. Rubber Arrow seems to be one of the abilities to have, indeed. It seems to have several interesting interactions with many other abilities. Okay, cool. For a second I was worried those throws weren't hitting. I'm probably being more careful with my aim here than I need to be. but it's fine. Next Infernum. Excavation.
We went to town to make a new and glorious
Against a bunch of
home for
Eximus.
ourselves.
Of course.
Resources were simply required
Oh my
to
gosh.
begin again. This chaotic adaptation of your mind to my memories is not wholly unlike the sentient's ability to adapt to new attacks. It is nearly just as irritating.
Need I remind you that the Drifter is aiding you by doing this, Roth?
Sorry for the silence. I feel like I had to lock in just a little bit there. Can I get another power cell? Thank you. Okay, that one's full. Good. Now we just defend. I've been toying around with the Athidai Prime on this loadout. I like the gun in general. I just have a hard time making its unique trait and its unique augment mod work consistently. But given that Foley can slow enemies within a huge radius, that makes it a little easier to hit their weak points with the Athidai. So it feels alright on this loadout. Shot that one a bit early. I've been getting into the habit of shooting these distressed pipes earlier than necessary, just in case the target bar goes down a lot like it just did. Nice. One more floor and we get to pick a buff from Leon. Another Astrolabe round against a bunch of, oh geez, Jade Light and Guardian Eximi. Shiny, shiny things. I remember this one being particularly nasty on Steel Path. Where's the next one? Other side of the room. Coco, when you say shoot a projectile on all tiles, you mean, like, does that mean the entire map? All tiles. And I take it you want to combine that with Rubber Arrow? so that those projectiles bounce and leech even more. I'd love to see that too. Oh yeah.
Here you are safe.
What you got for me, Leon? Let's take status damage over time 200%.
Yes, onward.
I'm not particularly worried about the status vulnerability because Foley's 1
You are blessed
does that
with
and makes me immune to damage for a little while. Not terribly worried about that, but I do
Such boils fester within
like
all.
having increased status damage over
Sin is our
time
sickness. We are
because of
more
all of these
people,
arc traps that I'm
guilt,
handing
shame.
out.
In these deepest reaches, I fear Lua's light will not pierce the veil.
Be strong, brother of my soul.
There's an
We will
infested tumor
endure
hiding up
storm.
here. Sneaky, sneaky. Please. Thank you. 2 more. They both seem to be in the same room. Convenient. The Athidai, not great for destroying objects. Because its trait only gets triggered off of a weak point kill. And objects, of course, don't have those.
The refractory is trying to purge Marie from the system. However amusing that is, if it succeeds, this venture is over.
Now that version of Rubber Arrow just sounds silly. It was already excellent, but that sounds goofy and awesome. I'm not using Foley's 3 on this floor because it will slow enemies. And I would like enemies to get here as fast as possible. That is to say, not slow. Scruffican, no. Three more.
Our society
This
is
one, 2
rotten
more, and
through
then the
with
fight with
ritual.
Roth.
I dimly recall
Another-
some ceremony or other like this one.
Another shrine
offering
defense.
Tribute.
Against huge enemies. See, when we get a weak point kill with the Athidai, this thing goes nuts. But you have to get a weak point kill first. Let's collect this blessing. That is a big bug. Oh my. That arc trap damage is kind of ridiculous. But that was with a roar boost and the 200% increased status damage over time. Oh. Oh, we're frictionless. Disgusting. Thankfully, our parkour still works. I know I missed a few of these orbs. Come on now. Thank you. What in the... I probably could have guessed that frictionless stairs would basically behave like a water slide.
What is the gluttonous beast holding? The
Oh, arc traps make lovely work of these Gruslings. Oh, can I get these two at the same time? One more and then we fight Roth. Now, Coco, that sounds like my kind of ability in eugenics. I love... In games like Fire Emblem, you described eugenics as vaguely Fire Emblem inspired previously. In games like Fire Emblem, in strategy games like that, I love debuff abilities. Big fan. So Spread Sorrow? What a great name for it, too. Spread Sorrow sounds like exactly the kind of thing I'd be interested in. This Glassmaker Cephalites penance is kind of annoying because you have to shoot the shards of glass in order to kill an enemy. I find it to be a bit more manageable with melee weapons, because your melee weapons will just sometimes accidentally hit the shards of glass anyway. We have our Legicite again, spawning right next to us. You just posed at us. That's not how aura farming works, my guy. Although, who am I to decide how aura farming works? For the record, folks, I don't know how many of you watching this right now would care about this, but if you want Uriel's Prex card, it is right here on the floor. Obviously it isn't for me because I've picked it up, but it's in this area on the floor. It's very small, so you may have to look for a bit. What up, Roth? How you doing, Emmett Selk? Let's not use the Athidai here. We can't get a weak point kill on a boss. For these things, you have to void dash through them or void sling through them. I think my minion did that. My companion. I think that was all my dog. Oh, come on now. How much punishment can that throne take? Thanks, Roth. Break for water. Oh boy. Okay. That is EDA, ETA, Normal and Steel Path Descendia, 1999 calendar, and the Archon Hunt. Those are those weeklies done. I said I think I still have a Netracell pulse left. I haven't done the normal Netracell. So let's go do that. I'm going to do this Netracell and then take a 3-minute break to stretch and refill my water.
I was thinking, I know you can take a punch.
Yeah.
But Kraken and be with you in 5.
1 pulse left. To enter a Netracell, you have to pick up all 4 of these. At least when you're solo. If you're in a group, you need to make sure at least one person
Got your glyphs. So,
picks
hit
up
the terminal to exit into the
each
labs.
glyph.
The Netracell is deep in this lab maze. Get control of a few terminals. That'll help you zero in on it.
Oh. Neat, Coco. I'm gonna run out of energy. It was nice while it lasted. Does that item stack with rubber arrow? Like, can you give rubber cement to a cat that has rubber arrow and have them stack? Have the bounces stack? Oh, I thought I was on Xeneric, not Materai. Because I am out of energy. Not right now, Grezling. Ooh. That was a bit spicy. But hey, at least I got 25 energy. Oh, that's very cool. I'm glad they stack.
This is it. Use the key glyph and get ready for whatever happens next.
Interesting as well,
I was afraid of this.
having both gets over the downside of rubber cement.
Clear them out and make sure the system can see you doing it.
Can I get some energy, please, game? Oh. Thank you. I was not expecting that to work. So this is my favorite Titania build. This uses Zaku's, oh, what's it called? Zada's Whisper. Zaku's Helminth ability. Over my 3, whatever that is normally for Titania. I truly don't know. Do I know? Lantern. Over my 3, Titania's Lantern. So occasionally, I will use my... Why is he spinning? My 3 early, and I will hold my 1 to self-cast Spellbind for some enormous speed due to the Ironclad Flight mod. Nyom. Terrible for stream, I imagine. Nyom. Meow. But very funny. Completely unwieldy and very, very funny. My Dex Pixia are modded with secondary encumber, which means whenever they inflict a status effect, they inflict another random status effect. They're also modded to deal blast damage and toxin damage, funny enough. Titania herself has primed continuity on her, which means when the Dex Pixia inflict a toxin status effect, they also inflict a corrosive status effect. Hence, modding for toxin. 2 status effects for the price of 1, yeah? You can also tell this symbol, Arcane Impetus, all of those status effects that the Dex Pixia, my guns, are applying right now over and over again, also increase my strength and efficiency, which is why, and I'll do it again, you saw me jump out of my 4, redo Matterize sling strength, and go back into the 4 to snapshot the increase to ability strength. And we get damage like this. This is, without a doubt, my favorite Titania build. A buddy of mine really likes Titania with a kinda similar build, but using Arcane Hotshot. Modding the Dex Pixia with heat damage and using Arcane Hotshot. He swears by it, and I love that for him. I'm really glad he likes it. I'm glad he finds it fun. I'm sure it is. I don't even doubt him. I believe him entirely. I just prefer this one. I just prefer this build. So long as I don't let Ironclad Flight. Is it Ironclad Flight? Whatever the name of that mod is. So long as I don't let that buff turn off and lose all my fire ring. Coco, what does luck do in eugenics? What is the luck stat? Is it like luck in Fire Emblem, where it affects a little bit of basically everything?
You're in. Grab and go. Can't wait to see what you got when you get back here.
Why did I go out of my 4 there?
Not what I was looking for. But if you're happy, I'm happy.
Thanks, Tagfer. Oh. I'm stuck on the table.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
We got a Crimson Archon shard from that. Nifty Netracell. Okay. I said I would do that Netracell and then take another 3-minute break. And that is precisely what I'm about to do. I'm going to refill my water here. Get up, stretch my legs. And I, of course, encourage you, dear viewer, to do the same. At the very least, stand up, stretch your legs, shake your legs out, shake your arms out, all that good stuff. Let's turn this on, go back here so there's audio and mute. And we're back. Ooh, Coco, you responded. Luck affects crits and basically everything. Cool. Thank you for confirming that. Sounds very similar. Are the other stats for cats also similar to Fire Emblem? I heard you talking about I recall you talking about an ability that buffs dexterity earlier. Is there also, like, strength, magic, a kind of vitality or constitution stat, other things like that? Okay. What do I do now? I'm pretty sure that's it for my weeklies. What to do now? Crack a bunch of relics for ducats? To prepare for the weekend and the Tennokan Barrow relay?
Navigation is marked with new invasions.
I think I will do that. Void Cascade. I'm personally not a huge fan of Void Cascade, but we can give it a go. Let's try it. Weeklies done. Cracking random void for ducats to prepare for Bera's Tennokan relay this weekend. Hype. I don't think I need that comma there. Cool. What build for this Void Cascade? Uriel? Do I want to be safer than that? Gyre might be funny. Citrine? Citrine. Let's do it. Oh, which relic doesn't matter to me. Oh, that's very convenient. So a cat with, so long as you have a cat with high luck, then events. What's an event?
Vernier meddling with the reliquary drive has triggered a void cascade. Purge our exolizers and keep them purged, so they can stop the cascade getting out of hand. That possessed exolizer is spitting out contamination. Use your void power to purge it.
Watch out. I'm detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have a matching relic?
Oh, that got their attention. Enemy forces moving to your location.
You found the fissure. Look out for reactant. Defeat the corrupted and use the reactant to open
Kachu.
The reactant is working on your relic. Find more.
There's a faster way to do that. But I don't have the... I don't think I have the increased Void Sling with Arcane equipped. I'm honestly, I don't even remember if that's an Arcane. I know it's something.
Exolizer succumbing to void possession.
No. No, it's not. Basically, events are things... Oh, okay. Random things happening during the run. Cool. Thanks for answering my question. Potential have... I imagine they do have potential great effects. So as long as you have a cat with high luck, that affects events that all of your cats get,
The enemy has triggered the release of a possessed Exolizer. Purge it before it pumps
or
out
events that
more
happen
void
to all of your cats.
Exolizer under assault. We're down an Exolizer. Working on backups.
Where's that last one? This is, I gotta say, the best I've done at Void Cascade.
Purge it and make it work for us.
I do not do this mission type often. I know a lot of people do, and I respect that. Only the events that include said cat. Okay, that does make sense. I think I misinterpreted a prior message. That does make sense, though. I may try Jade Stars on Citrine instead of Breach Surge. I've had a lot of success with Breach Surge, and I've showed off this build on stream before. But Jade Stars just also sounds very funny.
Exolizer spent.
I'm not sure what kind of killing power it would have, though. Because Jade Stars' damage tends to fall off pretty quickly.
Our enemy has abandoned valuable supplies. This is yours now.
Thanks, Quinn.
Self-extract when you're ready.
Oh, it's in the same room.
Cascade intensified.
How convenient.
Contamination just spiked. Keep your wits about you.
That Thrax Centurion get corrupted. Oh. Okay, cool. Get corrupted while it was a ghost. I imagine people who play Void Cascade often are probably going, yeah, Lex, that happens all the time. Oh. No, not you. I was talking to myself. See, this is where Void Cascade can get a bit overwhelming for me personally when I have more than one Exolizer to deal with. But we're alright, we're chilling.
We're down an Exalizer, working on backups.
Mm-hmm. Goodness gracious, this enemy density is awesome. No, you don't. Sir. Oh, that went so far away. Back in this first room, huh?
Spent Exalizer has been retired.
Ooh. Yeah, we don't need to go back to that other one.
Exalizer spent.
Total of 7 stats on a cat. Cool, so not stats that are reminiscent of Fire Emblem, but not exactly Fire Emblem. That's cool. Where did that... There you are. I lost the Centurion. Gotta take care of that staff. And we're chilling again. Where are you?
This discovery might interest you.
Whew. Breathe, Voralex. Whew. Wow. Ah. I was stuck on a little piece of void, I guess. Quinn, yes you do. You know exactly what's happening here.
Exalizer suppressed. Purge it before it makes the contamination worse.
Oh, did they retake? I'm having a really hard time yapping while doing this mission.
We're down an Exalizer, working on backups.
This is definitely challenging for me mentally. No, you don't. Torment, I am not interested in what you're selling right now. Oh.
This Cascade is growing out of control.
That's not what I need to hear right now, Quinn. Okay, let's go to these new ones. Lovely. 2 more, even farther away. Let's pause this for a little bit and catch my breath and take a look at chat. Whew. Okay. Strength, dexterity, constitution, those all make total sense to me. That was my elbows. Strength, dex, and con make sense to me. Those seem pretty straightforward. As does speed. I like that they made the mana equivalent of Constitution Charisma. That's an interesting choice. Interesting choice for Charisma, and I support it. That's pretty cool. All right. Back to it. Okay. Next, I'm noticing that there are more of those little rifts to clean up now. That's probably part of the difficulty scaling of the mission. Oh, there's a Loke Surge in this one. Take out the rifts. There's absolutely a much faster way to do that. Ooh. Hildren's Eyes. Cool. Exilies are under attack. Oh, no. I don't think I need to worry about that one yet.
The relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
We're chilling with our current 2.
Exilizer has been retired.
Thanks, Quinn. Thanks for, Coco, thanks for describing what the stats do in Mugenics.
We're down an Exilizer, working on backups.
That was a good description. Well written, easy to follow.
Contamination levels going in the wrong direction.
Quinn, I'm fine and you know it. Oh, didn't realize my shields were gone.
Has been retired.
Oh man, those Exilizers are very far away. Let's go handle these. The one I'm leaving is probably going to get retaken. And if it does, I'm not coming back to save it. Oh goodness. Alright, Lex. Lock in. Kill a bunch of dudes to reduce contamination. Good, good, good. Actually hit your shots, though.
Exolizer spent. Contamination spreading.
Oh, we got a Matter Eye lens.
The void has manifested something other than a nightmare.
Convenient. I see why Void Cascade is done so widely and is so popular. These relics crack very fast. Ooh, that was close. Malice. No, thank you. Oh. Range and strength have doubled. Silly, silly corruption. And my favorite one.
We're down an Exolizer, working on backups.
Yeah, we're okay, Quinn. We're alright. Okay, that was pretty spicy for a bit. Oh, staff's gone. Neat. I didn't know Void Sling would get rid of those staffs. I'll have to try that on purpose in a bit.
Contamination spreading.
Like here. Yep. Cool. Today I learned. Ooh. Funny enough, I think I'm more tense now than any time I've ever done either of the Archimedia missions. Either Elite Deep Archimedia or Elite Temporal Archimedia. And that probably sounds funny, but for someone who doesn't do Void Cascade often and is using an operator build not specifically built for Cascade, I dare say that is, oh, the phrase that comes to mind is on brand, but that's not what I'm looking for. Do I need to go take care of those other two right now? I probably should. I should migrate to that other room.
Down an Exolizer, working on backups.
And if the one I just...
Struggle has its benefits.
If the one I just left gets retaken, I won't go back for it. Thanks for clarifying that too, Coco. I'm glad the developers of Mugenics are buffing way more than they're nerfing. It can suck sometimes, or usually, for something to get nerfed, especially if it's something that we enjoyed. But sometimes it is necessary for the health of the game, and I'm very glad to hear that the developers of Mugenics are buffing significantly more things than they're nerfing. That's cool to hear. Angst, not interested. Get out of here. Thank you. Okay, Void Sling does take these out. What is... I'm gonna take a breath here as I do this. What is the Arcane? Warframe, Arcane, Wider Void Sling. Magus Cloud? Temporarily, yeah. 300% Void Sling radius for 6 seconds. Does not affect dashing distance. Cool, yeah, that's a different effect. And Sling Stun. I'm using, oh gosh, Zeneric right now? Not Naramon, so I don't have Sling Stun. I imagine this is very, very useful for this now, though. Okay, so it's Magus Cloud that I'm thinking of. That increases the radius of Void Sling and makes it very useful for taking care of these Exilizers. I'm not even sure if I have that Arcane maxed. Oh, we get doubled range and strength again. Ridiculous stuff. I say ridiculous there very fondly. As I said, it is my favorite corruption.
We're down an Exilizer, working on backups.
I'm going to... yeah, this one's almost done. It's about a quarter. It has a quarter of its time remaining.
This cascade is growing out of control.
Let's migrate back to this other room. Oh, and I'm losing it now. Great timing.
We just lost an Exilizer to possession.
Yeah, I know. Hey game, can I get some more enemies, please? That was kind of odd. I thought that rift moved. Okay, very good. Where has my enemy density gone? Oh, here it is. Here's my enemy density. Oh, the staff is up here. I think.
Exolyzer spent. Contamination levels going in the wrong direction. Our enemy's folly is your gain.
Okay, cool. I was hoping that I would be able to wait out this round and then go back to those other two possessed exolyzers. Ooh, an exceptional. These exolyzers are pretty far apart.
Now the exolyzer's purged. Any casualties you inflict within its field will bring the contamination level down.
Oh, thanks for explaining that now. When I'm almost 30 minutes into the mission, Quinn. Okay, yep. Let's move over here to this one. And then we can probably leave the one that just spawned to chill for a bit. Interesting that...
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Oh, that's cool to see. Interesting that Mugenics starts you with what was considered the best class in the game. Until
This Cascade is growing out of control.
Rubber Arrow and 2 other abilities getting nerfed. It sounds like it's still quite good, though. Ranger. It sounds like it's still quite good, just not necessarily the best class in the game. Really cool, though, that it's one of the starting classes. Oh, come on. Still amazing. Awesome. Sounds like the devs... Sounds like the devs have a pretty healthy relationship with the idea and the purpose of buffs and nerfs. Like, they're not necessarily trying to target very, very good things, but they're trying to increase the health of the game. I hope that made sense. Target very good things. I hope that made sense, because I feel like there are better words that I can choose. I'm gonna do one more round of Void Cascade. Misery, how you doing, bud? Get out of here.
Contamination spreading.
Another one. Goodness. I've never seen that happen before. Okay, let's kill a few dudes from within this radius.
Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Get this corruption to go down. Perfect. Now let's take care of this guy. Pardon me, please. Thank you. Oh. Oops.
We're down an Exilizer. Working
Please.
on backups.
Thank you, game. Yeah, I definitely should leave after this round. And I
Exilizer has been retired.
probably don't have to get that one that spawned, yeah? Although it is pretty close. I'll go get it just in case. I truthfully don't even know how long these rounds are. The Exilizers are coming pretty fast. At least it feels like they are. The timing probably has not changed. Maybe I say that just because I feel a tad overwhelmed. I'm sure, though, that if I did this more often and got more experienced with it, then this would just feel normal and not overwhelming in the slightest.
Exilizer spent.
Ooh. We should be chilling from here. Not even gonna worry about it.
We're down an Exilizer. Working on backups. This
No need,
discovery
Quinn.
might
You're
interest
alright.
you.
Okay, yeah, cool. We're at 32. Is that every 4 Exilizers? 8 relics opened. Yep. 1 round is 4 Exilizers. I will keep that in mind for the future. No relic because I'm ending the mission here.
We just lost an Exilizer to possession. Get it back.
No worries, Quinn. We're alright. I'm coming back.
Good work. You did all you could out there.
Thanks, Quinn. You were alright.
What you have learned here will serve you well.
Coco, what's your favorite class in eugenics? There's the cat food. I wonder... My microphone settings have changed just a bit. I've done a bit of experimenting with audio and how far I am from my microphone and my microphone settings by taking a few recordings in OBS. So maybe the mic picked that up. That sounds like an interesting difference between Mage and Ranger. There, Coco. Ooh. Standing cap reached. You know what we do with that?
Use it to spread our way.
So something I said I wanted to try was Jade Stars on Citrine. Let's copy this build, because I'm pretty sure I just want to keep Everything else about the build, just use Jade Stars instead of Breach Surge. Everything else can stay. I'm going to test this a bit and then call stream. I need some pheromones. Right here. Let's do chitin. I think that's enough. Yes, it is. Put it over crystallize in config C.
You are a true hunter. Where would the sanctuary be without you?
Thanks, Samaris. Classes that focus on summoning? I love that. I love that take. Ranger, Necromancer, Druid, and Tinkerer. That sounds like there's a lot of variety. A lot of variety in those classes. Which I like to see. That's cool. In, like, the themes of those classes. Jade Stars. Now, hypothetically, this should work the same way as my other build. I just don't have to cast Breach Surge. Oh yeah. Oh, that's pretty silly. Yeah, that's goofy. Summons that focus around the tank. What do you mean, focus around the tank? Like your tank? Using a cat as a tank? Or using summons that are the tank? Now, just for context, this is the Breach Surge one. That's what Breach Surge does. Jade Stars. 2, 3 Jade Stars. Oh! Is that just because... I think that might have been because I'm already... Like, I already have Duplex Bond having summoned a lot more copies of my companion. This is goofy. Let's try Corrupted Heavy Gunners. Okay, let's try that with Breach Surge. Yeah, it's still companion damage, which is the point of this build. That is the point of this build. I'll mess around with the Jade Stars a little more off stream, but I'm calling it there. Oh, what a day. What a day, what a stream. 3 hours and 8 minutes. Thank you very, very much, dear viewer, for joining me today. Oh, I see. I see what you mean now, Coco. So the tank class, is also a bit of a summoner. I love that the ability's name is Pet Rocks. That's adorable. Coco, you stuck around for quite a while today. It was really good chatting with you today. Thank you so much for joining me live. You, out there, dear viewer, whoever you may be, whether you have joined me live or whether you're watching this as a VOD, thank you very much for clicking on me. And thank you for joining me today. Even if you clicked on me and you wound up clicking off of me later on, in which case you probably aren't hearing this right now, but I'm still grateful. I still thank you for your time and your attention. My next scheduled stream will be tomorrow, that is Thursday, July 9th, at 3 p.m. Eastern, although, of course, today I started stream a little bit after 1, I think it was 1:15 or 1:17 I started stream today. My streaming schedule, to be clear, I assure you, assuming nothing else comes up, because this is a hobby for me, assuming no other priorities come up that I have to deal with between the hours of 3 and 4, Eastern Time, my streaming schedule is that between the hours of 3 and 4 Eastern Time, I'm streaming. I could be streaming at other times as well, such as today when I started much earlier. That may or may not happen tomorrow, I don't know. I go kind of on vibes, unless it is my scheduled streaming time. That does make sense as well, Coco. The tank being, the tank, and then sometimes having a summoning build, I like a lot. I like that dynamic. I suppose it is unfair or inaccurate for me to say the tank is a summoner as well, and more like the tank can do summoner things sometimes. Thank you for clarifying that, though. Dear viewer, I hope you have a lovely rest of your time zone, and I hope to see you in the next one. Have a nice day.